We can't take you. Although your shooting is accurate, you can't become the next Stephen Curry. The Celtics management said to Murray after his tryout. This young man had great shooting talent, but it didn't interest the Celtics. After all, not everyone is Stephen Curry. In 1997, Jamal Murray was born in Canada, just an hour's drive from Toronto. Due to cultural differences, there were no basketball stars from this area, but a boxer named Lewis made most of the world remember Kitchener. However, Murray didn't like the feel of boxing. He had a unique love for basketball from a young age. Since his father was a high school basketball assistant coach, he started dribbling a basketball at age 3. With professional training, by 6, Murray was already playing against teenagers. In addition to his inherent talent, he benefited from his father's unique training methods. His father was a fan of Chinese Kung Fu, which he perfectly integrated into Murray's training. For example, how to balance and still make shots when off balance. This became a reason for Murray's future three-point accuracy. In high school, Murray became a local basketball star, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. In 2013, the illustrious Jordan Brand Classic International Game was held in Brooklyn. Due to his outstanding basketball skills, Murray led the international team in intense competition against the U.S. team. The game was thrilling, with Murray leading his team to defeat the opponent, winning MVP. Of course, that wasn't the end. 2 years later at the Nike Hoop Summit, he led his team with 30 points and 5 assists, once again defeating the U.S. team and winning MVP. A few months later, in the Pan American Games semifinal, Murray defeated the U.S. team for the 3rd time, making him a focal point. Expectations for Murray reached their peak. After joining the University of Kentucky, Murray's talent was further unleashed. He led the school to dominance, becoming the scoring leader and three-point king among 5 honors. This college experience made the coach realize he probably belonged on a bigger stage. The NBA was his real target. So, after his freshman year, Murray declared for the NBA draft. But during his workout with the Celtics, something happened that upset him. The workout was very successful. He made 79 out of 100 three-pointers. Such an astounding accuracy should have met their demands. But the Celtics told Murray, despite his shooting, he couldn't become the next Stephen Curry. We can't take you. Hearing this, Murray was disappointed. Yet one team showed great interest in him. Which team was it? Please don't trade me. Murray almost pleaded with the team management. He had just suffered a major injury, and the team estimated he'd be out for the entire year. Murray was heartbroken, but he didn't want to leave the Nuggets. So, he begged the management not to trade him. Why was he so loyal to the Nuggets? Back to the 2016 NBA draft, with the Celtics clearly stating they wouldn't pick Murray. The Denver Nuggets selected him at the 7th spot. They valued his shooting ability. Even if he didn't have top athletic prowess, the team had a big plan. Noticing the gem they found in last year's draft, a major trade was brewing. In 2017, the team traded their starting center Nurkic, planning to build around Jokic. Though Jokic wasn't the most talented, he had a top basketball IQ. Combining with Murray from last year's draft, a system tailored for two was born. Murray probably never expected. In his 2nd year in the league, he'd become the tactical core. Deeply touched, he felt valued by the team, training and playing relentlessly. Jokic proved to be impressive, handling the ball perfectly against any center type. The ball always found the right spot, and in crucial moments, Murray would step up to secure the game. This was his duty. For that, he specifically hired a 2-meter-tall trainer, spending over an hour daily to practice clutch shots. Such rigorous training yielded long-anticipated victories. In the 18-19 season, Murray averaged 18.2 points and 4.8 assists. Upon completing his rookie contract, the Nuggets gave him a 5-year, $171 million deal. Many experts thought Murray wasn't worth it, claiming his skill level didn't merit such a high contract. That year's Game 7 against the Blazers thrust Murray into the spotlight. The rampaging Nuggets stormed the playoffs, easily defeating the Jazz in the first round. In the semifinals against the Blazers, the Nuggets felt confident of victory, but Lillard and CJ showed them they needed better clutch performance. In Game 7, Lillard exploded, leading his team to a 17-point comeback. The Nuggets were ultimately eliminated. A year later, the Nuggets beat strong rivals to reach the Western Conference Finals, but then faced the LA Lakers. Murray and Jokic fell short again. Talks of Murray being far from elite players spread from every direction. Before he could prove them wrong, A terrible injury struck first. Against the Warriors, Murray tore his ACL and was out for the season. Terrified, he feared management might trade him. So, as mentioned earlier, he begged the management not to trade him. Where would such a passionate basketball lover go? I must thank Coach Malone and the management. During my hardest times, they didn't abandon me, said Murray in a post-championship interview. For the Nuggets, his words were only of gratitude, thankful that during tough injuries, the Nuggets didn't trade him, allowing him to stand atop the NBA. Back in the 2021 regular season, against the Warriors, Murray tore his ligament with no contact, ending his season devastated. He pleaded with the team not to trade him. Seeing his passion for being there, the team agreed to wait for his return. Little did they know, the wait would last nearly 2 years. On October 4, 2022, in a preseason game against the Thunder, Murray returned after 539 days. This year, the Nuggets roster had greatly improved, with Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, and the strong bench. If they stayed healthy, they were prime championship contenders. With a healthy roster, their success chance was 70%. Indeed, their immense strength showed in the regular season. They entered the playoffs as the first seed in the West. In the playoffs, easily beating rivals to the finals, facing the Miami Heat, who made a surprising run from the 8th spot. But overall, the Heat were a tier below the Nuggets. They wrapped it up in 5 games, finally crowning champions under Jokic and Murray's leadership. In the interview, Murray was tearful, extremely grateful the team didn't trade him, allowing for this glorious moment, though losing to the young Timberwolves that year. If they remained injury-free, they'll continue being prime contenders. Let's wait and see.